Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over the World of Hyatt program and climbing up the ladder to become a World of Hyatt Globalist. Now I've been a Globalist for the past 2 years and I must say that I am very happy with the program. It has allowed me to stay at some of the nicest hotels across the world and it's definitely improved my travel experience. In this video, what I'm going to do is go over going up the World of Hyatt tier program to become a Globalist, what to expect, what I did, and hopefully by the end of the video, it can help clear some questions that you may have with the World of Hyatt program. But for those of you new to the channel, I'm JP Knowledge, and here on this channel, I like to drop some knowledge on you about personal finance, savings, and how to maximize spend. If that's something that you're interested in, please subscribe down below. The World of Hyatt program has close to 1,200 hotels around the globe. Now, even though this is considered a smaller footprint as compared to some of the other bigger players out there, the World of Hyatt hotels are still sought out and loved due to them having a great loyalty program and also an awesome top tier status. Now, when it comes to top tier statuses within the hotel program, World of Hyatt's Globalist is considered the best one out there. Now, if you're interested in staying at Hyatt hotels, the first thing you want to do is sign up with the Hyatt's program to get the bottom tier status, which is just becoming a member. Just signing up with them will allow you to get the benefits of being a member, which means 5x points with Hyatt hotel stays. It doesn't cost anything to sign up, and you can use those points that you earn with the program to get yourself free nights for a future stay. The next status above member is going to be Discoverist, and you will get this after you end up earning 10 elite qualifying nights with the World of Hyatt program. Now, as a Discoverist, you will get yourself premium internet, bottled water, preferred room within the type room upgrades, elite check-in, late 2 p.m. checkout. Now, some people look at Discoverist and think that it's not all that great, but for me, I find some of the benefits very valuable, such as getting yourself late 2 p.m. checkout or bottled water. Now, every time I go to the hotel, I love being able to see bottles of water in there. I know it is a small perk, but if you've ever been somewhere such as like Vegas, where it ends up being really hot, you go to your hotel room, and then all of a sudden when you're looking for water, you don't have it there, and you end up having to go on the vending machines, and it costs maybe $4 or $5 for a bottle of water, you end up being very thankful for having just something as simple as bottles of water in your room. So when I end up going to sleep, having a bottle of water, or waking up in the morning, having a bottle of water, I think of something as small as this benefit ends up being a nice perk to have as a Discoverist. A quick way to get yourself Discoverist status would be to get yourself the World of Hyatt credit card. This credit card will give you 5 elite qualifying nights, but also give you Discoverist status just from having this card. Now, if you want to know more about this card, I do have a video on this channel that gives a full breakdown of this card. If you happen to be interested in this card, I will have a referral link down below. If you decide to use it, it will help with the channel, and I'd be very thankful for your support. Now, the first award you can end up earning with the Hyatt Hotel program is going to be if you end up getting 20 elite qualifying nights, you get yourself 2 Club Lounge access passes. Now, how these passes end up working is that you get to use these passes for up to 7 nights on a stay that ends up having a Hyatt that has a Club Lounge. Now, I've noticed that there aren't that many Club Lounges within the Hyatt program. Out of all the Hyatt stays that I've had this year, I've only actually had 1 hotel that's actually had a Club Lounge. Now, I've noticed also that most of the Hyatts that end up having these lounges end up being Grand Hyatts, at least in my experience. So if you happen to go to a Grand Hyatt hotel, check to see if they end up having a Club Lounge. Now, if you're curious of what the Club Lounge experience is, they pretty much set out a specific time of the day that you can go in there and then get yourself free drinks and also usually snacks, but sometimes they actually end up having, close to full meals you can end up getting in these places. So the Club Lounge access can definitely end up being a good benefit if you can end up finding a hotel that actually has it. But as a whole, it tends to be a nice way to save yourself a few bucks for not needing to buy drinks or the snacks you end up getting in there. So it is definitely a nice perk to have. It just can be hard to find lounges within the Hyatt program. The next tier is going to be when you end up getting yourself 30 elite qualifying nights. You get yourself a 1 to 4 category certificate with the World of Hyatt program. You also get yourself 2 more Club Lounge access passes. Now, the 1 to 4 category free night award certificate ends up being a pretty awesome perk to get. I used mine this year at the Grand Hyatt in Berlin, and each day of staying there, the prices were actually at $400+ a night. So I was able to save myself that amount from actually using this free night award certificate there. So I think that this perk is pretty awesome to get. However, there is one thing to know about it is that this certificate ends up expiring after 6 months after you end up earning the certificate. So it's not the same as something like the World of Hyatt credit card where you end up having 1 year after earning the certificate to use it. The one you end up getting from 30 elite nights ends up only having 6 months until it ends up expiring. So just know that when you actually end up getting that certificate. Also, at 30 elite nights, you're going to get yourself Explorist status, which is going to give you 20% bonus points on eligible purchases, all the same benefits you get as a Discoverist, but also you have the ability to get yourself higher level upgrades excluding suites. However, I have heard people who are Explorists giving themselves suite upgrades with that status. But just know that suite upgrades are not guaranteed, but you may have a higher probability of getting one if you are an Explorist. The next milestone award is going to be at 40 Elite Nights. Now, at 40 Elite Nights, you end up getting yourself the option of one of these 3 benefits. And you get to choose either between getting 5,000 World of Hyatt points, $100 World of Hyatt gift card that can only end up being used in the US, or a $150 Find Experience credit. Now, I don't know anyone who's actually ever chosen the Find Experience credit. If you are someone who actually does like to do the Find Experiences, then I guess this can end up being valuable for you. But most people end up choosing between either the 5,000 World of Hyatt points or the $100 World of Hyatt gift card. Now, I have gotten this option twice, and I'm probably gonna get this option again next year, seeing how many times I already have booked up Hyatt stays. And so far, I've chosen the 5,000 points each time, and I'll probably end up doing it again next year. Now, this tends to be a hot debate within the points and miles game. Now, the reason why I chose the 5,000 points is because I know how easy it is to use. And from what I've read is that the gift card that you end up getting, you can't just put it into your account and then all of a sudden use it for a paid stay. What ends up happening is you have to bring that gift card with you to a Hyatt hotel and then have them put in the gift card. From what I've also heard is that since not that many of these gift cards are actually given out, a lot of people within the Hyatt program don't actually know quite fully how to use it sometimes. It can end up, making things take a little longer. As a whole, I know that with 5,000 points, I can get myself a Category 1 hotel, or I can end up using that towards a higher tier hotel and get myself about $100 in value. So just knowing the ease of use with it and knowing that it isn't going to expire, I'm not gonna lose the card, and it's always gonna be in my account, I think that the 5,000 points ends up being a better option. However, I definitely can see a use case for getting yourself the $100 gift card and then using that for spa treatments or for food or just for one of your Hyatt stays. But just know that you end up getting the option when you end up qualifying for 40 Elite Nights. Now, the next milestone ends up being considered to be one of the best ones. This is going to be at 50 Elite Nights. You're going to get yourself 2 Suite Upgrade Award certificates. Now, how these Suite Upgrade Award certificates work is that you get to use them for up to 7 days on either a paid stay or a point stay, and you get to use it for a standard suite upgrade that's guaranteed. So if you end up seeing a standard suite available, this means you can end up using the certificate to book that suite for up to 7 days. This can end up being absolutely awesome to have a guaranteed suite, and also this can end up being incredibly valuable because if you actually end up looking at possibly how much more money that these suites end up costing, even if it was for additional points or for cash, you can end up saving yourself hundreds, possibly maybe even thousands of dollars, depending on where you end up using this Suite Night Award certificate at. Now, one thing I do want to note is that you can't actually use a Suite Upgrade Award certificate with your free night awards that you end up getting, such as for the credit card or for the 30-night milestone. This has to be for a point booking or for a cash booking. The Suite Upgrade Award certificates last the full year you end up getting it, the next year after that, and then all the way till February of that following year. So think of it as if you end up getting it in December of this year, you have all the way until February of 2024 until they end up expiring. One thing that I noticed is that if you end up using your free night award certificates on a point stay, you actually will not end up seeing it change in the reservation. However, the way you can end up telling that it was used is that if you end up actually going into your account and look at your free night award certificate, you end up seeing that it was deducted from your account. So while it may not actually change on the reservation, if it was deducted from your account, then you know that it actually has been being used. A couple places that I used my Suite Upgrade Award certificates at this year were the Andaz out in London and also the Andaz out in Munich. I went to London during the Queen's Jubilee, I went to Munich during Oktoberfest, and each of these hotels to have a suite would have been over $1,000 a night for me to stay there. But because I was able to use these Suite Night Award certificates, I was able to get that completely booked up and didn't have to pay any additional on top of being able to do it, which ends up being an awesome benefit. And these rooms were incredible. I mean, I can show you some footage right here of what my rooms look like. I had so much space. I've never had better rooms in my entire life than these ones that I had. And I will say that one of the awesome things about these Upgrade Award certificates is that if you happen to be going with somebody and you happen to walk into this amazing room, the look on their face when they end up seeing this suite that you're staying in, I think is absolutely priceless. So if you happen to have a loved one you're going with, or if you happen to have a family and you just want the extra space, then these Suite Upgrade Award certificates can end up being incredibly valuable. And the fact you get up to 7 nights is very, very generous, I think, from the World of Hyatt program. The 50-night milestone award ends up being one of the more important ones within the Hyatt program. Now, the next milestone is going to be the biggest one within the program. This is going to be at 60 elite qualifying nights. Now, at 60 elite qualifying nights, you're going to get awarded a 1 to 7 free night award certificate. You're going to get yourself 2 Suite Upgrade Award certificates. You're going to get yourself a concierge service connected to you. And then you're also going to get yourself World of Hyatt Globalist. So let's break all of these down. The free night award certificate is going to be similar to the one that you got at 30 elite nights, except for the difference is that you get to use this not only for a category 1 to 4, but from a category 1 to 7. So this opens up so many Hyatt hotels you can end up using this at. Now for me, the one that I'm going to be using this at is going to be the Park Hyatt out in Tokyo. I'm incredibly excited to use this. This hotel can typically cost somewhere around $700 or more a night. Ever since seeing the movie Lost in Translation, I've always thought this hotel was really cool and I thought it would be a fun place to stay at. So now that I actually do have the opportunity, I'm definitely going to use this free night award certificate there. Now the thing about this free night award certificate is just like the one that you get at 30 elite nights, you only end up getting yourself 6 months before you actually end up using that. So you might actually need to end up being strategic on when you end up earning it. Just take that into consideration because you may end up getting it, say, in November, but you only end up having until April to end up redeeming the award. I have heard some people saying that they've gotten success on calling and getting extended, but I don't want to bank on that. So just understand how long you end up having for this free night award certificate. Now the 2 suite upgrade award certificates you end up getting at 60 nights are going to be just like the ones you end up getting at 50 nights. Access to Hyatt's My Concierge allows you to get a dedicated concierge for you. Now, this has been kind of a mixed review thing for it. I know some people who love their concierge, and I know some people who never use it, but just know that you are going to get a concierge that is going to be dedicated to you at 60 nights. But the main thing that most people love about achieving 60 nights is that you end up getting World of Hyatt Globalist status. Now with World of Hyatt Globalist status, you're going to get all the same things that you got as a member, as a Discoverist, and as Explorist, but additionally, you're also going to get 30% bonuses on eligible purchases. You're going to get resort fees waived, whether it be for paid stays or for award stays. You're going to get yourself room upgrades, and this includes standard suites. You're going to get yourself late checkout at 4 p.m. You're going to get yourself club lounge access. So even though you actually end up getting those club lounge certificates, if you actually end up getting yourself Globalist, then you won't even need to use those because you automatically get it as a Globalist. You're going to get yourself free breakfast, free parking on award nights. You're going to get yourself priority access to rooms, and you're also going to get the ability to do guest of honor bookings. Now, how guest of honors bookings works is that if you want to book a hotel stay for someone else, you can actually do that with points and allow that person you end up booking it for to get all the benefits that you get as a Globalist. Now, every 10 qualifying nights after 6 nights will give you the option of getting 10,000 World of Hyatt points or another suite upgrade award certificate. Now, becoming a World of Hyatt Globalist, I think is absolutely awesome. I've already done a video on this channel of how many thousands of dollars in value that I've already gotten this year from being a Globalist, whether it be from the suite upgrade awards, the free night stays, or even something as much as just like the free breakfast and getting the resort fees waived. This has saved me a lot of money, and I definitely think that if you can become a Globalist, it can make a lot of sense to do over the other hotel programs out there because the amount of benefits and perks you end up getting from being a World of Hyatt Globalist can end up definitely exceeding the ones you end up getting from those other programs. But that's it. That is the breakdown of the milestone rewards you end up getting with the World of Hyatt program. Let me know where you are with your milestone rewards for the year 2022 and where you hope to end up being next year in 2023. I'm going to end up hitting 60 nights, and I am very happy about it because I know that I'm going to get myself so much value when it comes to next year with travel. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do happen to have any questions, drop them down in the comment section down below and I'll do the best I can to answer them. If you happen to really like this video, then please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace.